Hope you all had a great 4th of July weekend. The Mets sure did, taking 2 out of 3 over the Yankees in the Subway Series. Exhilarating series, a lot of good baseball, a ton of pitchers, a ton of homers, a lot of runs, a lot to get into from over the weekend. But, the Mets needed this. They got back-to-back series wins. The Yankees were reeling. The Yankees escaped with a win on Sunday. But, Sunday was a very winnable game for the Mets. A lot of bad calls, 20 missed calls from the home plate umpire. That might be a record. And, the Mets had all their chance in the world. Untimely double plays, the near trap play, a diving catch by Judge. Soto and Alonso up in big spots, not coming up with a big hit. So Sunday was a winnable game, but if you're a Mets fan, you're very happy with what happened over the weekend. The matchups did not favor the Mets whatsoever. On Saturday, I thought Montas pitched just fine, and the numbers look much more fine when your offense is actually scoring. And the offense did that all weekend. They put up some runs against the Yankees pitchers. You felt good going against Stroman. That was great on Friday. The Mets patched together. Relievers doing a good job on Friday. Sunday, the difference in the game to me was pitching to Aaron Judge. I mean, was there ever an easier decision than to walk Aaron Judge in that moment? And they pitched to him and he hit a homer. Like, my friend I was with, who I used to work with, we were watching the game and we're both like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "What? Why would you not walk him here?" And then the next pitch, home run. So I thought you should have walked him. Stanton is a potential double play candidate. He can't run. And listen, Stanton can still homer too, but you'd rather face Giancarlo Stanton than Aaron Judge. Stanton's power has not truly been there since he's gotten back. So that was a massive mistake, and, that was the difference. That was the absolute difference in the game for the New York Mets. But, again, great weekend, good vibes, 25th straight year for me. Shout out to Savvy Seeds. Use code Jake10, 10% off. For sending me this weekend. Had a blast at the games. Great seeing everyone. Just the vibes were great in the ballpark. Friday was pretty quiet, I will say. I feel like people just were either at the beach earlier or was it because of the holiday. But Friday energy wasn't crazy. Over the rest of the weekend was great. And Saturday, the Mets, Pete Alonso needed that kind of game on Saturday, the 2-homer game. Brandon Nimmo, his second Grand Slam of the week. What is this? Brandon Robin Ventura Nimmo? What the hell was that? How about that? But Pete really needed that day. And Juan Soto, first at-bat at home against the Yankees, homering. I mean, it was poetic on Friday. It was poetry in motion. So they beat Rodon, they beat Stroman, they lose to Fried. And that's kind of how you thought it would happen if the Mets did win this series. So you'll take that. You're watching Mets Daily. Subscribe, smash that thumbs up, join. Become a Mets Daily Insider for just $5 a month. Click that join button below. Over the weekend, we had a fantastic interview on our members-only page with Jane, originally from Babylon. Now she's in New Jersey. Has been a Mets season ticket holder since 1971, 54 years. So she's got stories, her Tom Seaver story, incredible stuff from Jane on our members-only channel. We interviewed her. She became a member. She's been, I see her in Clover Club all the time, so she was fantastic. So definitely check that out. When you click join, $5, become a member. And again, we'll announce what the giveaway is going to be this week, and that'll be by the end of the month. We'll have a giveaway for members only. So again, and if you don't have the $5, at least subscribe to the free channel here. Every day we drop a video. Thumbs up, share the channel, at Matt's Daily Show. And I'm Jake Brown, at Jake Brown Radio on all social media. Hey, now you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. Pete Alonso, we knew, would be a reserve, and we knew Edwin Diaz would as they joined Francisco Lindor as all-stars. What we didn't know is that Juan Soto was not going to make it. And now listen, I've said on here before, I don't care that much who makes it and who doesn't. Like, to me, I'd probably rather Soto get the rest for a couple days and not play. I think he might be better off, a guy who plays every day that you need for the second half. Only 7 players in MLB history have recorded at least 20 home runs, 70 walks, 15 doubles, and 10 stolen bases prior to the All-Star break in the season. Juan Soto, the only one to not make the All-Star team. So, obviously a snub, but June was a big reason. He didn't put together the greatest first half overall, but he had a great month, so his numbers were fantastic. And shout out to Greg Harvey, Between the Numbs on Twitter, or X for that stat. But I'm fine with it. I'm also very good with Pete Alonso not doing the home run derby. I think it's become a little bit of a sideshow. We know it's a big thing for him. We know he loves his home run derby, but this is a guy now who's cashed out. He doesn't need that bonus money of winning the home run derby, the $1 million. He's a $30 million a year guy now. I think it's good that he takes that next step, calls it a day on the derby. His wife is pregnant. Like, enjoy the time with his family. I think that is the better thing. He's still going to play in the All-Star game, but I like him not exerting all that energy in the home run derby. Focus on the second half of the season, trying to win a championship. This is a guy that's trying to get a contract. He does not want to jeopardize getting hurt in a home run derby when he's about to be a potential free agent if he opts out of that $24 million next year. So I think this was a smart decision by Pete. To me, it's a little bit glorified home run derby. I'm good with him not playing. And I'm fine with Soto not making it. Should he have? Yes, probably. But in the end, you could live with him not making the All-Star team. You could also live with Jesse Winker potentially being back tomorrow. The Mets in Baltimore may have Jesse Winker back, and that is fantastic news for this team that could use that back, considering Starling Marte plays the field for the first time. How about this? Winker comes back, got hurt his first game playing left field. Marte, his first game playing left field, he gets hurt yesterday. Now he got hurt at the plate, something with his knee, but I got to, factor in that him running around left field maybe played a part in that, because I don't know if you just get hurt simply from the fact of, not even swinging or whatever happened at the plate. So Starling Marte potentially the IL, Jesse Winker potentially back, and the Mets DH twist continues. They can't ever have a freaking full roster at any point. So that's big. You get Winker, the left-hand bat. Ronnie Mauricio's been on lately. He's been doing a really good job. So I think Ronnie needs to continue to get chances. And listen, if Mauricio's out, if Marte ends up going to the IL with this knee problem, he might get his chances, Ronnie Mauricio. But now we see with Winker back, what do the Mets do? Does Ronnie stay? Do they send Jankowski down? What do they do here? We might find out tomorrow. I like Ronnie to stay, but they might keep Jankowski as that backup outfielder now, especially if Marte goes to the IL, and he can't be a backup outfielder. Winker, I'd imagine they're not going to play outfield, so they might need Jankowski, and unfortunately Ronnie could go, which I think would suck because he's your backup shortstop, backup infielder. He's been hitting well. I'd like to see Ronnie stay, so it's going to be an interesting choice. The other big thing, and the Mets need these guys, there's a chance Kodai Senga is back this weekend before the All-Star break, unless they decide to give him another rehab start. He struggled a little bit in his rehab outing, but still a chance that he will be back over the weekend, which pretty big. Pretty big. But he's in play. He's in play. They're going to see how he feels today, tomorrow. It looks like he's going to make a start. And, Sean Manaea, he'll have one more rehab start for Syracuse before hopefully. Every time they say hopefully with Manaea, makes me a little worried that he's not looking good and, he won't pitch the rest of the season. But he will make a start on Tuesday in Syracuse, and then the Mets will go from there. Chance Sean Manaea back Sunday, chance Kodai Senga is back Saturday, and chance Jesse Winker is returning tomorrow. All great news. Max Kranick is making progress as from his shutdown of a flexor strain. Jose Siri is still a ways to go. So Mets some big reinforcements. Then you get the break, get a little breather for a lot of these guys, and then the moves will start happening. Then we see the trade deadline and see what exactly goes down. But for now, back-to-back series wins, game and a half out of first. Philly's still playing good baseball, but you can't worry about the standings. Just keep winning games. You go to Baltimore tomorrow, then Kansas City, two teams that aren't making the playoffs. Mets got to keep the good times rolling. And, we'll talk more this week about trades and potential. I'll probably get in tomorrow Mitch Keller and what I would trade and what I wouldn't trade for Mitch Keller. But for now, a fantastic weekend of the Subway Series. 25th anniversary for me. I still think the series holds a special place in my heart and the fans' hearts of both teams. It's a chance to reunite. You got Yankee fans talking about how much they love Citi Field. They were singing along with My Girl. You had Jazz Chisholm singing along with My Girl on the field. Clearly, there is an aura at Citi Field unlike any other right now, and there's a reason the Mets have, one of the best home records in the sport is they got home field advantage. I think Yankee fans enjoy coming to town when they can for the weekend like they did, packing that place out all weekend, and it's a beautiful thing. As many years later as it launched, I know it doesn't have the same allure as it used to, but it's still great. Again, I'm Jake Brown at Jake Brown Radio. Smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to Mets Daily. Share the channel with your family, friends, your dogs, your cats, your neighbors, your pets. And make sure they become a Mets Daily Insider. Click join. $5 a month below. Appreciate the support. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Get you ready for this Baltimore series. Camden Yards. Beautiful ballpark. Let's see if the good times keep rolling for the Metsies. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Let's go, Mets.